Welcome to Australia, a land of stunning beaches, laid-back cities, and endless sunshine. In this video, we're breaking down 10 travel essentials you'll want to pack and a few things you can skip before heading down under. Think of this as your final checklist before takeoff so you can arrive in Australia fully ready to explore, relax, and enjoy the trip of a lifetime. I'm Prina from Wise. Let's get into it. Number 1. Bring a pen. I know it sounds ridiculously simple, but you'll thank me at 35,000 feet when they hand you an incoming passenger card and everyone around you starts patting their pockets in panic. Just one blue pen or a black pen, that's all you need. I didn't have one, neither did the guy next to me or the couple in front of me, and it basically turned into a pen sharing support group halfway through the flight. Sure, you could wait until you land and fill it out at immigration, but then you'll be stuck queuing for one of those 3 pens chained to the desk. So yeah, pack a pen, it's tiny, it weighs nothing, and it will save you time. Number 2, check what you're packing clothing-wise. Now obviously this depends on when and where you're going, but here's the golden rule. Even if the forecast looks sunny, pack something with sleeves. Take Sydney in May. During the day, it's lovely, like 22 degrees, which is about 72 Fahrenheit. You'll be walking around thinking, wow, should I go for a swim? Maybe I'll just move here now. But as soon as the sun dips, boom, it's like someone unplugged the heat. Suddenly you're freezing, questioning your life choices, and eyeing a stranger's hoodie as if it's for sale. Moral of the story? Throw a jumper or a light jacket in your bag. It doesn't take up much space, and it'll save you from doing the shiver dance at the bus stop later. Number 3. Double check your meds. If you're bringing any prescription medication, make sure to have proper documentation with you. Australia has strict regulations when it comes to medication, and customs can stop you and question you if anything looks suspicious or isn't clearly labeled. To avoid delays, keep your meds in their original packaging and bring either a doctor's note or a copy of your prescription, ideally in English. That way, if anyone asks, you've got the proof ready and can keep things moving smoothly at the border. Number 4. Don't pack food. Australia enforces strict biosecurity laws, which means many food items, especially fresh, homemade, or unpackaged foods, can get you in trouble at the border. Even sealed snacks like instant noodles can be questioned, and you'll need to declare everything. Forgetting or failing to declare something could lead to fines or delays. Unless absolutely necessary, leave the food behind and pick it up later after you land. It'll save you time and hassle. Number 5. Clean your outdoor gear. Seriously. Okay, biosecurity here is not just about food. If you're packing hiking boots, camping gear, or anything that's touched the great outdoors, make sure it's clean, like actually clean. Customs will check for dirt, soil, seeds, basically anything that looks like it could start a mini ecosystem in your bag. And if they find it, you might get pulled aside, asked a bunch of questions, or worst case, have to say goodbye to your beloved boots. So yeah, give your gear a good look before you fly, knock off the mud, rinse off the dust, whatever it takes. Number 6. Bring a power adapter. Australia uses Type I power sockets, the ones with 2 angled pins. If you're coming from the US, UK, Europe, or pretty much anywhere else, your plugs won't fit. Bring a universal adapter or one that works in Australia. Also, consider packing a multi-port USB charger, super handy if you've got multiple devices. Sure, you can buy an adapter once you land, but it'll be more expensive than ordering one online before your trip, and way less convenient. Number 7. Get your SIM card sorted. Here's the easiest hack. If your phone supports eSIM, you don't even need to worry about finding a physical SIM card. Just download an app like Airalo, YesSIM, or any other eSIM provider and choose a plan that works for you. For example, 10 gigabytes for 30 days will typically cost you around 18 euros. Once you've picked your plan, just activate the eSIM by following the instructions in the app and you're good to go. No need to hunt for a SIM card kiosk at the airport or a store in the city. Super easy. Number 8. Make sure you've got the Wise app and the card ready to go. If you haven't heard of Wise, here's the quick lowdown. It lets you hold and spend money in over 40 currencies, and your card, physical and digital, is linked to those balances. So when you land in Australia, you can already have Australian dollars loaded up and ready to go. No airport exchange counters, no sketchy rates, no surprise fees from your bank. I used mine as soon as I landed. Tap to pay for a coffee. No issues, no drama, just paid like a local. Setting it up is easy. Download the Wise app, link is in the description, open a free personal account, and load up your Australian dollars balance ahead of time. You could top up with a bank transfer, Apple Pay, whatever works for you. The best part? Wise converts your money at the mid-market exchange rate with no hidden markups, just for a small transparent fee you already know ahead. You can order a physical card right away in the app, and you can create up to 3 digital cards too, all under the same account. You can delete and replace them up to 3 times a day, so they're great if you want extra flexibility and security. Basically, it's the easiest way to spend abroad without getting stung. Simple, fast, and no nonsense, just how it should be. Number 9. Don't underestimate the Aussie sun. Australia's sun is strong year-round, but it can be even more intense in the summer months, which are December to February. Even when it's cloudy or cool, the UV index can still be off the charts. Locals know this and they reapply sunscreen, wear hats and sunglasses, and cover up when outdoors. Whether you're headed to the beach or just walking around town, it's always a good idea to have high SPF sunscreen handy, especially if you're not used to such strong UV. In Australia, it's not just about the heat, it's about protecting your skin from the sun's rays. Number 10. Prep for the long flight. People often seriously underestimate how big and how far Australia actually is. Even locals say it's a common thing. Depending on where you're flying from, it can be a 10, 14, even 17-hour flight. So come prepared. Download your favorite podcast, queue up books or audiobooks, and save some shows and movies offline. Some budget airlines like Scoot may not even have seatback entertainment screens. Instead, you might get a QR code linking to a browser-based media, which isn't always ideal. The flight becomes a bit more tolerable when you have your own content ready to go. That's it for our travel essentials. With these 10 tips, you'll be ready to take on Australia like a pro. Let us know in the comments which country essentials we should cover next. Happy travels and see you down under!